This is the Tech Travel Geeks' first smartphone unboxing of 2021, and it is the long-anticipated Nokia or Nokia 5.4. I'm Matteo, the Chief Mobile Opinionist here at Tech Travel Geeks. If you don't already, please do subscribe to Tech Travel Geeks here on YouTube. Right then, so I pre-ordered the Nokia 5.4 on Amazon UK, and it finally arrived. This is a hotly anticipated sequel or follow-up to the Nokia 5.3, which was one of our most popular video drivers of 2020 on the Tech Travel Geeks YouTube channel. So we've decided to follow up the success with the Nokia 5.4. There's obviously a lot of interest in this smartphone category, which is usually under $200 US. I specifically paid £160 sterling here in the UK. And as far as the packaging is concerned, it's in line with Nokia packaging we've seen over the last few years. Few specifications on the packaging, but apart from that, it's mostly cardboard, very little plastic. And here you see that we have the smartphone front and center straight out of the sleeve. I'm going to put this aside for now, and we'll check out what else comes in the box. Just be aware of the fact that we will be following up this video unboxing of the Nokia 5.4 with a setup one. We'll publish that tomorrow morning. But as you can see, there's very little in the box. There's a quick getting started guide, which I'm sure I won't read, a product and safety info leaflet, and a charger. So this is a charger USB cable, which in this case is, let's check that, that's USB type A at one end, so your traditional USB port, to USB type C, which is great. But what is that paired with? So that's a charger from Nokia. It's a UK travel charger with the clip out bit, which we like, saves space. And let's check the specifications of this charger. So this specifically is a 5 volt 2 amp charger. It's a 10 watt charger. This is not a fast charger by today's standards. So just as with the Nokia 5.3, no fast charging here from Nokia. So let's put this aside and focus on the smartphone itself. So here we have the smartphone, and just as with previous devices we've seen from Nokia over the past few years, there is a very close partnership with Google. And you can see here the Google Assistant logo and the fact that it's indicating that there is a dedicated Google Assistant button on the side of the device. So apart from that, it's all plastic. Let's take that plastic protector off the device and have a look at the shiny back and walk through what it feels like, as well as what the key ports and features of the device are. Now, as I said, I'm going to follow up this video with a setup one, but first and foremost, the thing we notice on the back of the Nokia 5.4 is that it's a glossy, shiny back with what looks like a striped interior. That's not something you can feel. It's not like the Nokia 3.4 we previously unboxed, which had a textured finish that made it less slippy. This is a slippy plastic back. It is plastic, but it has some defining texture behind it, as well as the Nokia logo in the center. There's a fingerprint scanner here. I like fingerprint scanners positioned ergonomically at the back of the device under the camera module, and then the camera module itself. This year, the Nokia 5.4 has an updated camera compared to the Nokia 5.3. The main sensor here is a 48 megapixel camera, a 48 megapixel sensor f/1.8. That has phase detection or autofocus. There is also a 5 megapixel ultra-wide sensor. And then there's another couple of what our friend Miriam calls sticker cameras. So there's a 2 megapixel macro camera with fixed focus and a 2 megapixel depth sensor, which might help with depth perception when taking portrait shots, but that's about it. It's pretty much useless. And in this case, this year, the flash is off the camera module itself. It's over to the left. So that's the back of the Nokia 5.4. Nothing particularly exciting there, apart from maybe the finish, if you do like this type of color. I'm not particularly enamored about this. I'm looking forward to getting a case for this and covering it up. Now, we said there is a Google Assistant button here on the left, and that's true. And on the right, you have the power button, below a volume rocker, volume up and down, on the right-hand side of the device when looking at the screen itself. So nothing too exciting there. At the bottom of the device, we have a little microphone hole. There is the USB Type-C port, which is for both charging and for data transfer, and a single bottom firing speaker. At the top of the device, we have a key feature, something that less and less smartphones have nowadays, and I'm really glad to see that. There's a 3.5mm audio jack. Lovingly, we here at the Tech Travel Geeks, we call that a courage port, and I have to say, it's good to see that even in the sub $200 price category, there are still manufacturers including those. So good thing there. Now, obviously, in terms of specifications, we see that this is a plastic finish. In terms of weight, it's feeling quite solid, as in it's quite well built. It doesn't flex at all. It's built much better than the Nokia 5.3 in my opinion. And underneath that, there's a 4000 mAh battery. That 4000 mAh battery is paired with a Snapdragon 662 chipset. And in this case, there is an octa-core processor with an Adreno 610 graphics card. And as you can see, this is an Android One device, which should get software updates and security updates more frequently from Google and Nokia. The screen itself is a 6.39-inch screen. That's slightly smaller than the Nokia 5.3. It's also a different aspect ratio. So just the same as the Nokia 3.4, this is a 19.5:9 aspect ratio. And it's not full high definition, it's HD+. That means it's 720 pixels at the bottom, at the narrower side, and it's 1560 pixels along its longer side. So in my experience, that's not necessarily an issue. If it gives you battery savings, and in everyday use, you probably won't even notice that this is a lower resolution screen than full high definition. So you can see that one of the other things is that not only the aspect ratio is different from the Nokia 5.3, there's a notch or a whole camera for the selfie camera. And this is apparently a 16 megapixel sensor. It's f/2.0. It's a selfie camera that we'll put through its paces in the full review, but rather than have a water drop notch in the middle, in this case it's a notch or a cutout dot for that. So interesting design choice. I think this is much more modern than having a teardrop notch. It's quite cool. Even the Google Pixel 4a and the Google Pixel 5 have this fundamental product design. I think it fits well. And on the front, you can see there is a Nokia logo in the chin to the screen. It's nice placement of the Nokia logo, and it also covers up the functional chin to the device. Because this is an LCD display, it means that there is somewhere they need to connect to the rest of the device, and usually there's a connector ribbon underneath there. That's why there is a chin. But I'm not too bothered by that. If anything, it makes typing easier to have a slight chin at the bottom of your device. And so yeah, that's an LCD screen. It looks nice and clear. The blue is well covered, and there seems to be little or no color light bleed on here. Anyway, what I'll do is wrap up this video. We will be doing a full setup video of the Nokia 5.4, which will release tomorrow morning. So be sure to be subscribed to the Tech Travel Geeks for that video. And for now, thanks for watching, and we'll speak to you soon.